Hey, how's it going? It's Mystic Mia Moksha, and we're looking at this isolation situation for light workers. So let's jump right into it. What does Spirit want us to know? Us light workers, star seeds, way showers, spiritual leaders, awakened folk. What is going on with this isolation period? And I'm not talking about the part of your spiritual journey where you go into isolation, find out your identity, and release friends and people that no longer serve you, and figure out your life purpose and allow yourself time, like allow yourself the space to kind of figure out who you are and what you want in life and what life's all about and all that. I'm talking about this real isolation that's happening with light workers. What does Spirit want us to know? Away from home, I'm getting because you're becoming more psychic, more intuitive, and the collective consciousness is rising. Light workers are going to feel this first and sooner than the rest of the collective, and it's that feeling of being disconnected from source energy, being so far away, feeling so far away, and feeling the sorrow of that from earlier in your life. Yeah, and this kind of reunion energy. So I am getting from Spirit that because there's this huge reunion coming in right now with your highest light, with source energy, not just for you, but for the entire collective. But, it's going to be felt by light workers and awakened folks first. It's like you're being reminded of that feeling since you were born, in your childhood, in your teenage years, your young adulthood age, and adulthood. This feeling of separation. That's what you're being reminded of. It's a huge cycle for humanity, so that's why it's being felt so deeply by energy sensitives right now, because it's a feeling. It's a huge cycle for humanity closing out and beginning this new cycle. So that's why you're feeling kind of off. You've probably been feeling it since beginning of this year. Just this feeling of being off. And it's like, why? I'm taking all the steps to work towards my life purpose, and you've been probably working hard on some projects or yourself or life, and you're noticing these manifestations are coming through. Maybe some manifestations from like what you want to manifest maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, like when you first started the spiritual journey, like the goals you had then, those manifestations are coming through, but you're also seeing the new manifestations of the new goals you've set for yourself in this past year or this past few months coming through as well. So you see good things happening. So it's like, why am I feeling disconnected and, not fully there? Like, why do I feel like even though I see progress and I know with all my being, I believe with all my whole spirit, my soul, and every cell I have in my body, that things are manifesting, things are happening. I can see it with my eyes. Why do you feel off? Why do things look so blue? And that's why. It's because we're closing out this huge cycle for humanity where we forgot how we're connected to source energy and how that made us feel in our throughout our lives from the beginning. Yeah, there we go. We have abundance coming in. Sources mentioning that we have a lot of manifestations coming through, and it's the darkest before the dawn, right? And so it's kind of like I'm getting a divine gift from Spirit. Because you're doing this for humanity, because you're doing this for all of mankind, and you're leaders, you're at the forefront of this big change that's thousands and thousands of, maybe tens of thousands of years, the cycle that's closing out, hundreds of years, whatever cycle you're pertaining this to, because it's such a long big cycle that you're helping to close out for mankind and to bring in the new one. you're going to get some glorious manifestations, some glorious gifts from God. The Tower and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, these two kind of denote home energies for me. All of these cards really reuniting with a home, getting some abundance. The Four of Pentacles denotes home to me a lot of times, and the Five of Pentacles denotes like not feeling at home. So with the Tower card here, I'm getting that it's going to feel weird because it's going to feel like you're getting kicked out of your home, kicked out of the reality that you know. And you've been anticipating this, you know this, but it won't feel so bad because you're getting some money, you're getting some abundance, you're getting some good manifestations coming through. So it's not going to feel so terrible. But at the same time, yeah, it's going to feel some terribleness because you're getting kicked out of this reality that you have been in your entire life. And that's a little bit of the sadness coming in. There's a little bit of uncomfortable energies. Yeah, you get to close out this big, huge cycle for mankind where you forgot that you're connected to source energy, not just for yourself, not for light workers, but for all of the collective, all of mankind. You're at the forefront of this, so you're going to feel it first. You're going to be rewarded for by the divine because of that, but and it's going to feel good. Yeah, these manifestations, these good things coming, but it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel uncomfortable because this change is so huge. It's major. It's massive. And you're at the forefront of this change. You know, you're leading the way for mankind. But the thing is, yeah, although you know you're moving on to greener pastures and this beautiful 5D reality, doesn't mean it's going to feel, you know, it's not going to feel bittersweet or sad or uncomfortable leaving behind everything you know so far, you know? What's some of the things that are, that Spirit is saying they're going to like swipe away from you immediately, but then at the same time usher in a bunch of abundance? What is this thing being swept away that feels like home? Pets, animals. Okay. Parents. Maybe potential love interest. Okay, I'm getting... First of all, family. And second of all, animals. Something is happening with animals. Oh man, okay, I just got that, like, because we're entering this new reality and animals are, the current animals living on planet Earth right now are in, they're evolving as well, but they're evolving to the next level up, which is something that we were in and we're moving on from. I don't think animals are coming with us. Not living animals anyway. Okay, I'm going to go into that a little bit later, but then we have this many potential love interests. So I do feel a lot of, let's see, what is this? A lot of King of Pentacles. A lot of things that you maybe had your sights set on. When I get this money, I'm going to get this home. I'm going to get this boat. I'm going to get this new business off the ground. I'm going to get a new thing for my family. I'm going to get this new school in the works. It's a weird feeling because you probably had a lot of plans for you know, what you want to do with your life purpose, you know, projects, businesses, collaborations, relationships with others, vacations, exciting new hobbies and interests and pursuits of all kinds. It's gonna be dramatic and how much this change changes like every fiber of your life, what you thought what you've been planning for. And that's kind of a good thing I'm getting from spirit, that like you are meant to be imaginative and creative and intuitive, and because it kind of helps usher in this like really profound love and light energy, a lot of good visualization of what the future could be like. What are you telling me here, Spirit? What's going on? Justice. First things got to be taken care of first. There's some things that Spirit wants a lot of light workers to take care of first. And although you might have been led to believe that you're just going to jump into all these beautiful, hippie-like, idealistic, love and light, harmony projects, first things first. Yeah, we got the King of Pentacles in reverse here, and the World card right next, in between these King of Pentacles. It's like Spirit's like, okay, we'll get to that. You will have that, but first things first. I feel like you're like swung into some like public positions, public roles, in order to usher in this new energy. You will be recognized. I'm getting from Spirit. You will be recognized. Okay, so what does Spirit want us to do? Have faith. Yeah, especially in terms of the things you want to do, the projects you have planned. You get this abundance. It's like, okay, I finally get the abundance, the resources, the time, energy, whatever, to do the things I want to do. But as God's soldier, you have to kind of usher in this new energy first, and maybe get a parade or two, but then Spirit's like, you have faith, you will still get to do those projects and have that fun and have those relationships and have that life, but first things first. Okay, what's this first things first thing? What is first? Page of Swords. Draw up a plan. You're gonna be drawing up a plan. Five of Cups, because there's going to be a lot of people that don't have faith, that are very emotional, very depressed, kind of out of it. Rejection, they're not going to accept this new reality right off the bat. I'm getting specifics from Spirit. These are the people who are coming with. These are the normies. These are the almost awakened or haven't awakened, but kind of been secretly like keeping it hidden, not really doing much work, inner work, or really following up on these spiritual hunches, not following up on these spiritual hunches, these intuitive hunches. These are people who are going to be rejecting this, and they're not going to be violent. I'm getting they're going to be just sad, uncomfortable. And how can you how can you say that's not okay? Because even you, strong, wise, aware light worker, you're even you are uncomfortable with the change in reality. So how can you sympathize, you empathize with these normies? Yeah, 10 of Swords. Yeah, they're really down and out. First things first, right? If you want to get to your projects, you know what's happening. It's like, yes, this is great. Like change of realities, like might be a little bit uncomfortable. I want to see how this change in reality affects you. Cleanse and disruption. Yeah, it's very disruptive. It's not, like you might be preparing for this, but you have no idea what it's gonna look like, right? No one does. Anyone who says they do don't. Like, they have to put a disclaimer saying like, hey, but we don't actually know. No one actually knows. It will be a huge disruption. It will be a change in reality. It will be chaotic, and it will cause a massive change in belief and perspective and reality. That is what it is. What do light workers do? They cleanse. They cleanse, and you get called to kind of justice, like kind of put in like a leadership position, the World card on top of the World. 6 of Wands, very successful. You know what you're doing. The abundance is there. It's not going anywhere. You understand the concept of time better. That things are happening in divine timing. Things are happening important. You're being called that you have to do this. This is what you were meant to do. Your service to humanity. You're being called. Yeah, so you have seen some of these normies here that are rejecting this reality. But you're here rolling into your ultimate happiness, happy home, happy family, happy life. Okay, so you're entering into this beautiful new reality very harmoniously. I mean, like, it's bittersweet because the only sad part is it's like, you know, you grow to understand the life you've been living, have some sort of comfort in that, but you welcome the 5D reality, you welcome this new change with open arms. You ease into it, cleanse. I feel like you kind of, you know, do what you need to do to get comfortable with this new reality very quickly. The Emperor, yeah, the Strength card in reverse. You set the rules, you know, you're the leader, people listening to you. What is the Strength card in reverse? There is a little bit of uncomfortableness with having everything work out for you, having a lot of abundance, having so much abundance of time and energy and materials and resources and you know, everything you've ever wanted. It takes a second, but that's like a personal thing, and you're like, that's a personal thing, me getting used to. That's my inner work, going into this new 5D reality of getting used to so much abundance and so much resources and money and, you know, ability to have the life that I've always wanted. But that doesn't deter you from stepping up and being the leader when you need to be. Like, you know that you have to step up, you set the rules, the laws, you gotta be a teacher, you gotta be a mentor, you gotta be the listener, you gotta be the counselor. You know what your role is, the healer, the change maker. This is your path. You're showing the way. You're a way shower. So your inner work might be getting comfortable, having everything you want, and being comfortable in that energy. I know we've been working on it. Us light workers have been working on this inner work for a while now. Getting comfortable with the fact of having everything going well. Having success, having abundance, having prosperity. That's something that we've had to work on in the past, I don't know, like maybe 6 months, year and a half now for a lot of us. But that's our inner work. That doesn't deter us from actually stepping up and doing what we need to do, that we're being called to do. All right, so let's go into what's going on with these normies. They are getting abundance too, but they not maybe as much as light workers and way showers. I feel like they're just such in a lull and a depression that they don't know how to really. They don't really like know what to do with it. Maybe this is abundance in knowledge, abundance in truth, abundance in even like prosperity and money and resources, but they're not ready to start new projects. They're really like sad and sulken, and that's where you, the light worker, the way shower, jumps in. Okay, so what are you going to be doing maybe in that case? Okay, so I got grandparents, children, hospitality, guests, sharing homekeeping, health, and group of people. So I feel like exactly how these cards laid out. You're gonna attend to the elderly and the children first, and you know, sharing your home, being hospitable, this is a 5D, something you might be used to more often. Inviting people, teaching people, comforting people, treating them as a great host and with a lot of warmth, maybe a lot of group therapy, a lot of community activities and such, especially when it comes to health, because that's first and foremost the most important thing, and the elderly and children first. Okay? So we kind of see it's like a titanic event. Okay, so what about these pets? What's going on with these pets? They're leaving. Oh no. Okay, 10 of Pentacles in hand. You have the abundance at this point, like, you're carrying a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of resources. 3 of Pentacles. There's a lot that you want to be doing with just your own like-minded friends and partners and groups of light workers. There's a lot going on internally with your own group of friends and family and soul family and your network of people and people that you're working with. And then there's on a wider scale, the unawakened people or the people who are awakening. And then in your leadership role. So there's many, many things going on, but I am getting, somehow like the animals are leaving or something like that, or going to a different dimension, or we're going to a different dimension, but we have a lot of prosperity there. What is this thing with animals? Page of Pentacles. I'm getting like, do you know how there are some dimensional species that can come through and, pop their head out and like speak to us? Like I'm getting fairies and gnomes and things like that. And majestic creatures, majestic animals. It feels like we're going to be able to do that for the animals that are coming to like more 3D, 4D world as we go into 5D and higher. Interesting. Okay, and last but not least, is there anything else, Spirit, that you want to talk about? This isolation specifically for light workers. What is happening with this isolation? Release toxicity. Release toxicity. Queen of Cups. Getting self-care. Let your guard down. In regards to what, Spirit? Let your guards down. Okay, so there is a lot of new technology, innovation coming through, a lot of new information about science and such, public fame, popularity, outward presence, yeah. So, you're just going to have to feel into it with this cleanse energy. Wow, I love that the sun is setting and it's been raining all day. It's kind of very interesting that I decided to come up just now. The sun is coming out. You're going to be shining. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of technology to help you, a lot of new ideas, a lot of things that you're going to be sharing with your public fame, your outward presence. This is something we know. When is this going to happen? When are light workers coming out of this isolation? A month. It came out sideways, so it's like within a month. Maybe like a few weeks, I'm getting. What's going to happen in a few weeks, specifically for light workers coming out of this isolation? What is going to happen for light workers coming out of isolation? These two came out in hand, which means like, wow, 10 of Cups. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be working with your soul family. You're going to be finding partners, friends, soul family, people that you can network with within a few weeks. At the same time, I feel like the collective is going to start entering a very anxious state, a very chaotic state. The world card, yeah, the world, the rest of the collective, unawakened collective, while light workers start meeting their soul family and networking. I feel like creating homes, kind of getting your protective group of people where you can look out for each other while the world goes through this thing. What is it going to look like? Like how are light workers getting out of isolation? The Magician and the Five of Cups in reverse. I feel like you're going to be meeting people. A lot of you are going to be meeting partners, like your life partner or romantic love partner within around a month or so. So you can kind of create that kind of secure home base. I feel like you two are going to be acting very quickly. So is it just partners or is it more people? Yeah, no, it's specifically partners. And you're going to be immediately finding a place to kind of move into in the physical realm, a home, a place, a location that can be like your bunker, like your safe house, a protective, sacred place for the two of you. Okay, soulmate, yeah. Yep. Yeah, a lot of you are going to get partners. When is this going to happen? Yeah, within 15 days, because I got like half a month I've got. So like within 15 days. Okay, and then what's going to happen afterwards, after that? King of Wands. I always said Knight of Wands. Things are going to come to you. Plans, divine plans are going to come to you. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Things are going to be given to you. Things, ideas, groups, people, plans are going to be given to you. Yes, that's a yes card from me. You're going to have things align. How is this going to come to you? How is this, like, these plans, ideas, people are going to come to you? So it's first soulmate and then plans. Many friends. Okay, so then the network. And how are the many friends going to come through? Because this is going to go on with the world, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords with the world, it's going to be time. You're going to know. You're going to see things happening in the world. Exercise, physical movements, a new crush, work event. New crush and work event came out in reverse. What is this? Why? Okay, abundance. Okay. Because you receive a lot of abundance, it's like time to make moves. Let's think of projects. Let's start working on it. And that's why I feel like you and your partner start, finding people. How do these people come in? How do these people come in to your physical? Oh my gosh, so many cards. Change the pattern, rest, and find joy in the journey. So I feel like it's kind of out of necessity because there's so much chaos going on in the world. Like workers are like, okay, this is our time to rest and kind of change the pattern behind the scenes. I feel like light workers are not so big a fan of being secretive and closed off to the rest of the world, but I feel like it's like moving into like isolation and being completely alone or being around people who won't really resonate with you, to moving into isolation with your partner and many friends that are very resonant to you, but it's kind of like it does feel like you're going to be stepping up into a leadership position soon. Okay, how long does this kind of last? When are you going to step into that leadership position publicly? Couple of months. Oh my gosh. Things that are moving really, really fast. Now, yeah. I'm not surprised because May 2023, the whole month is basically a galactic portal date. Very, very good for highly spiritual people, awakened people, energy sensitive people. A lot of things are going to get done in May and June. Yeah. with the end of June, beginning of July being like a huge turning point. And I got that lot of abundance coming in. You're going to be able to spend money like your 3D version, what your 3D version of yourself always wanted to spend, like in August and September. And then afterwards, we're going to realize, all right, we did that things that we always wanted to spend our money like crazy on. And after a few months, it's like, all right, by fall 2023, it's kind of like, let's get to work. Let's figure out what we actually want to do. January to September next year, Pluto goes back into Aquarius, and that's where we have phase 2, where light workers start putting together people, work, resources, projects, plans in the physical reality. Okay. And May and June is when Pluto is still in Aquarius for a little bit, so this is just phase 1, which is getting the ideas, getting the abundance, doing the inner work in regards to this abundance, meeting people, getting used to meeting people, meeting your partner is the main thing here. Meeting your partner, meeting the people, getting the plans, and then it's like a little bit of a break after that. Okay, so I hope that was enough of a little bit of an update of what's happening with light workers. Especially in terms of isolation. I know that's a big topic right now, and a lot of my spiritual friends and clients have been talking to me about this, so it's very, very big, and you know why. Everyone's talking about it because things are happening right now. All right, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I hope this resonated. I love any comments, likes, or emails to talk about these kinds of things, and what you want me to do more readings about. I just do what source tells me to do. So yeah, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light.